In this episode, I'm going to walk through point number 6 of Dr. W. Edwards Deming's 14 Points of Management. Point number 6, institute training on the job. Now, my focus is on veteran, new, and aspiring executives. So, the mindset is that training is something that you train a new worker coming in, or training for a worker on new software, or things like that. Well, I'm not going to talk about that because that's not what my focus is and my target audience. So training is not just for the worker. Management, and this is a direct quote from Deming, management needs training to learn about the company. And they also need to understand about variation. Now, in a Japanese company, and of course, Dr. Deming would have talked about that during this time period because it would have been in the 1980s where the Japanese were eating our lunch, taking away whole industries in electronics and automobiles and motorcycles and things of that sort. So he talked in terms of the Japanese management, where obviously he spent his time too in Japan, knows about the company because they had to go through 4 to 12 years of an internship. Now, I don't know too many executives, especially as mobile as executives are today, moving from one company to another, division to another. You get any degree of success, you're probably going to be moved to a different division or company and go up the hierarchy of management. But one of the things that needs to happen, and this is the lesson I take away from this, is executive management needs to learn about their system. And this, to me, is where universities fail. Biggest complaint I got from doing surveys for universities was the inability of MBA program graduates, business graduates, to be able to apply what they learned during the course of university. And we're spending, we talk about student loans, we talk about, it costs $30,000 a year, for instance, to send my kids through a university. And what are they learning? If it's nothing they can apply, then what's really the use, right? And especially as expensive as it is, and there's a lot of reasons for that I'm not going to get into. That would be a whole different target audience. But in essence, the executives need to learn about their system. They need a method to do that, and that is the focus of my executive education program, which is to help you first by building a system map of your organization, by studying it, and I walk you through step by step how to do that and build a system map. The starter kit is 5 videos that you can go through, in essence, to learn about how and what we'll be talking about in building the system map. Now, there's a further course that's an investment to get into. Now, right now, the price is relatively low because I'm just getting these videos started, but they'll eventually go up in price. And they'll, first of all, the component I have out there right now, the education portion I have out there right now, the foundational piece that I have out there right now is for you to be able to build a system map. Now, once you've completed that, you'll learn how to tell a story, develop your aim for your organization, the purpose of your organization, and so forth. But the foundational piece is the system map. Then I'll be adding in methods for how to go about making good decisions, innovation, executive data analytics, including understanding variation, which I've talked about in many of the other videos, yet I don't have any videos out there on it at this juncture. But you need to understand variation and organizational design. But I see a progression of things that you need to do. The system map, to me, is so foundational to all the rest that is the place for you to start. Now, I don't care whether you use my stuff or somebody else's, but I'm not aware of anybody else that's doing it. And in my fashion, but this is the way I've built it. So if you want to learn more as I go through points 7 through 14, or even look at some of the previous videos, please subscribe to my channel and hit the bell, and you'll be notified as points 7 through 14 become available.